And also maybe speak to sales agents. Some are approachable, and try and befriend one, because they might tell you who's working for them. But remember, a sales agent can only take on so many films at a time. So it's worth speaking to about three or four, because if they work with that actor, they know exactly how well that film's done before and what the value was.
And it,
Um,
it feels like to me, as sort of the filmmaker, when I've tried to engage sales agents, distributors, it feels like that a lot, like the value of the actors is sort of their proprietary information, and so a lot of times they're not always that interested in sharing it with you or anybody else, because that's sort of the secret sauce of what they're doing.
it depends on how friendly they are, and if you've got something that they want, then they will be a bit more free
Mm-hmm.
with the information. But I
Sure.
understand they've got to protect. The problem is sales agents now, and they'll admit it themselves. I think in a few years' time, you'll probably see hardly any in the marketplace. There's obviously some that pop up, and you get new companies every market, but because filmmakers can go direct to the platforms, or go to an aggregator directly, and
Mm-hmm.
you thing with sales agent and the way that it works, you have to give them um, your film, and then they will take it to the market. They will put a marketing cost of going to the market attributed to your film. That could be $50,000 plus. Sometimes there'll be other fees on top of that that don't fall into that remit. Then you've got that commission on top, and so it could be about $70,000 or $80,000 your film needs to take before you, the filmmaker, ever see a penny. So that's and they will take on 4 or 5 films a market, and work on the basis that those films keep them in business. But now even some films are not set in many territories at all, and so they're not even covering that fee that keeps them going.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, as a filmmaker, I think the sales agent system at the moment is flawed, unless you've got a big cast, like with big names that everyone knows, um, and you're making your films for 5 or 6 million plus. Then I can see the value in a sales agent, because they can pre-sell to all the major studios. But if you're doing the lower budget stuff, I don't think I could advise going to one. There's only a few territories at the moment that are paying good MGs, and so if you can try and subscribe to Shenandoah and try and do those deals in those territories yourself, that would be better advised. And then go to a Bitmax or a distributor, or Indie Rights or someone like that that
Mm-hmm.
has direct relationships with the platforms, aggregators, and you'll see more of a lion's share that way.
Yeah.
You're just cutting out the middle people, and a lot of sales agents now, they're also doing the same thing. That they're going to those type of companies, and taking a commission on top of that. So it's a changing landscape, and no one knows the way it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see the sales agents eventually falling out of the marketplace.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Selling Your Screenplay podcast. If you'd like to hear the full interview, just go to sellingyourscreenplay.com/podcasts. Or to go directly to the episode, just use the link in the show notes. Thanks for watching.